we're at a garage here. Got a video for you today of my 2012 Dodge Ram 1500. As you saw by the montage before, I don't know, is that what you call it? A montage? Montage? That sounds about right. I think I've heard that word used there before. Anyway, a little bit of an edit. Anyway, so today's video title is 5 reasons the 4th gen Dodge trucks or Dodge 1500s are the best bang for your buck you can get in the truck market. So first off, they're cheap. I bought my 2012 Dodge Ram 1500 Bighorn Edition for $11,000. That being said, it needed a few things done. To be perfect, it needs about $1,000 worth of work, including tires. So it is what it is, but still, it's a lot of truck for the money. Most Chevys and Fords still made about that year, still going for around $20,000, and they just hold their value a lot better. That doesn't mean they're any better. I've owned Chevys. I've driven a few Fords. I've never owned one. I plan on owning one in the future, but it's just the Dodges are way cheaper, and once they depreciate a certain amount, they hold their value there. And where I purchased my truck at is probably, from what I can tell, it's going to hold its value there pretty well. So, number 2, the second reason is it's luxurious. I mean, for a pickup, like it's not even a Laramie. It's not even the highest trim. It's still very luxurious. It's got tons of options. The only thing it doesn't have is leather and heated seats and the touchscreen. But besides that, it's got everything. The way the center console is laid out, I just love it. It's got the shifter, it's got the 2 cup holders and like a small little area to put stuff. The center console is made out of leather. It's the fit and finish of it, the colors that they use. I love brown interiors, and it's just what they did with that interior is amazing. I just wish I had a Laramie, but I'm sure I'll have one at some point. So next on the list is, so I completely forgot my train of thought, but the next number 3 is it's reliable. I've seen these trucks go well over 250,000 miles with very minimal, just maintenance done. With for example, I've got a family member that's got a 2010 Laramie Hemi 6-speed, everything. He's had that. He bought that new with about 1,000 miles on it in 2010. Has since put about 200,000 miles on, and the only thing he's replaced is the shifter cable, because they live in the middle of nowhere, Nebraska, and it's all gravel roads, all pastures, all fields and everything, and it just beats the living shit out of it on a daily basis, and it's still reliable. So you got that. My truck has 136,000 miles on it. The previous owner said they hadn't really replaced anything. They'd just done basic maintenance. And as far as I can tell, it runs great. Transmission just flawlessly. This 4-wheel drive works great. I mean, even the higher mileage pickups are still very reliable. People throw some shade at Fiat Chrysler Group because there's a while that they did not make very good products. But I mean, as far as I can tell, this truck, it's made very well. I got a friend with a Dodge Charger. It's a newer one, but the fit and finish is awesome. It's made very well. I don't see a problem with buying. I've got family members that are giving me shit for buying a Dodge because we're all Chevy guys, but I honestly just love my Dodge. So next reason, number 4, is it's timeless. They made this body style from, I think, 2009, 2010, all the way up to 2018. So almost for 10 years. So whether you buy a 2010 or 2017, it's going to be the same. The body styles look the same. It's mostly the same, except for I think it's 2013. They started making the interior a little bit more modern, which is a more modern dashboard, a more modern center console, and touchscreen and an infotainment system. But besides that, it's stayed mostly the same. It's timeless. So if you buy 2010, people won't know it's 2010 unless you tell them. They'll just think it's a newer pickup as long as it's well maintained and you keep it looking nice. And I really like that they did that, because Chevy's been, I love Chevy, but they've been the last 8 years, I've had 3 different body styles from like they changed it in 13 to 14, then like 18 to 19. So like they don't keep them very long. So I just appreciate what Dodge has done with that. So that's my opinion on that. So for my last point, number 5 is the options. So I've got a Bighorn, and it's sort of upper middle of the road. It goes, I think it's like ST something, SLT, like Express, and then you got the Bighorn, and then you got Laramie Longhorn, which is the leather, the nice option. So I've got the Bighorn, and it's got everything except leather and heated seats is what I said before. But besides that, like for $11,000, what I got with this thing was 5.7 Hemi, 6-speed, 4-wheel drive, full center console. When I buy it, I think trucks look way better with the center console. I think it just ties it, makes it makes it feel more like manly, if you get what I'm saying. But it's got satellite radio. It's got like the buttons on the steering wheel are very ergonomic. I've never been a Dodge guy until I bought this truck. I wasn't planning for keeping that long, and I'm still not, but it's just really changed my opinion on just Fiat Chrysler Group and Dodge in general. And everything about this truck I just love. The power, it's got 390 horsepower. It's got somewhere around that in torque. 6-speed the gearing is, the first gear is really, really low. So it's got off the line. Then the second 2.3 like gets you up to about 100. 2.3 is about 100. 3 is about 100 miles an hour. Then the 4, 5, 6 it's 6th gear at 7 miles an hour. I think I'm running about 1800 RPM. So it gets surprisingly good gas mileage for being a 390 horsepower boat going down the road. It's a pickup. It tows great. It doesn't rust like these 4th gen Dodges, unless you don't wash them ever. They don't rust a whole lot as long as you take care of them. And so yeah, I'm not going to ramble anymore. Thank you guys for watching. If you like what you saw, please comment, rate, and subscribe.